He not interviewed at least once. I will not, and let me repeat this, I will not be speaking on stuff like this anymore, and I know you guys like the videos, but I cannot do it because of this reason alone. Stanley Meyer. Now I know what you're sitting there saying, Matt, who is Stanley Meyer? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the part 2 to the Damar Hamlin conspiracy theory. Before we get into things, and trust me, I want to jump straight into things just like you guys do as well, but I have some very important things to say. Important thing number 1. When I was making the last video, I honestly expected to get way more backlash. I thought all of you guys were going to say, Matt, you're crazy, you shouldn't believe in this, and all kinds of stuff like that. I full on expected to get a lot of backlash, but hey, that's what happens sometimes. When you voice your opinion like I do, not everybody's going to agree with you. That's okay. But, and I have a big but, that was not the case whatsoever. You guys agreed with me. And I'm not gonna lie, it did shock me that a lot of people out there, I don't want to say you're woke because I think that's a weird word to use, but you're open-minded. And I think that's awesome because people who are open-minded, like a lot of us in our community, me, you, anybody watching this, some people may say we're crazy. I don't think it's crazy whatsoever. And like I told you guys in the last video, I'm going to say it again. Me, 5 or 6 years ago, I would not even entertain the idea of a conspiracy theory. If somebody brought up a conspiracy theory with UFOs, aliens, John F. Kennedy, anything like that, I'd say, dude, you're crazy. I'm not having this conversation. Just shut up. But the older I get, the more I'll hear out these conversations. I'm not saying I'm going to believe every single conspiracy theory, but we can have the debate. We can talk about it. Whereas Matt Be Great 5 years ago, I wouldn't have talked about it. I would have brushed it aside as a coincidence, and that goes for anything. But sometimes I feel like there's too many coincidences in this world. So that is important thing number 1. It is awesome to see that you guys are as open-minded as I am as well. Some of you may be more open-minded, some of you may not be, and that's cool. Important thing number 2 is I have to be very, and I mean very careful. This is now my second time talking about this subject and manner. I think some of you are taking me serious when I say this, but I think a lot of you think I'm trying to troll, I'm trying to joke around. I'm not. If I continue to talk about stuff like this, they will come after me. I'm not joking. I mean that 100%, and I will be 100% transparent with all of you. It does scare me a little bit, and I am nervous talking about it. Whoa.
Eat these 3 foods daily if you've been failing when she needs you.
First thing Gunner was telling.
Like, but they said he wasn't though. They said it's just Crime Stoppers. Like,
if talking to the news is snitching.
Whoa, hold on. I know what you're all sitting there saying. Yo, Matt, who are you talking about? Who is they? When I say quote-unquote they, I'm being vague for a reason. We don't know who they are. Most people also say the higher-ups, and I say that as well. These are the guys in the black suits and the glasses that whenever something is not going their way or somebody becomes woke or somebody invents an invention that'll save the world, they come in and they shut it down. Now that I think about it, and it just came to my mind, do some of y'all not find it fishy that we found a cure for COVID in, what was it, a year? But we still can't find a cure for cancer? It's 2023. The technology we have, it's through the roof, but yet we can't solve cancer. That's one of the biggest conspiracy theories out there, that we have the cure for cancer and we can solve it. We just don't want to. And you know why we don't want to, right? If we cure cancer, do you know how much money all these doctors and people are going to lose? We're talking about billions of dollars. It doesn't make sense from a financial standpoint to cure it because then people are going to lose jobs, people are going to lose money, and like I told you guys before, money runs the world. But anyways, getting back on track here, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. The higher-ups will come after me. You can only speak on these things so much. You got to think about this. I would say we got a pretty big community on this channel. With that being said, let me ask you a question. Do you really think the higher-ups out there want us, a huge community and a huge channel, talking about this stuff, giving it more exposure? No. They know how powerful influence is, and they're not going to come after you guys. They're going to come after the guy running this thing, and that's me. They'll shut this thing down within a heartbeat. They'll shut this down within a couple of hours because I'm the one giving out this information. I'm the one bringing it to light, although though you guys are watching it, they're not coming after you, because if they shut me down, that cures everything else. The higher-ups are watching this video. It's not going to fly under the radar. But here's the thing. More than likely, they're going to give me a pass because they're going to look at all my other videos and go, okay, this guy, he talks about college football, college basketball. He's not a serious threat, and I'm really not a threat. But here's where things could start to get tricky if I continue to talk about situations like this. And not only that, they're reading your guys' comments. If you don't think they're reading your comments, you're out of your mind. Because they're going to watch the video and go, okay, let's see if these people agree with him. Because if they don't agree with him, there's no reason to go after him. And when they're reading all of your guys' comments going, okay, they're actually believing what he's saying, that's when things could get serious. So to the higher up person that was sent this video and you're watching it, deciding on whether you should attack me or not, look, man, I'm not a threat. This is the last time I'm talking about this situation. Leave me alone, man. I'm not trying to expose the shady stuff that's going on behind the scenes in the world. I'm just trying to talk about some football, man. Speaking of football, I say we get into the football talk. Ironically enough, I'm friends with a nurse. I guess that would be her label. I'm sure it's something else, like a nurse practitioner or something. Anyways, she's a nurse, and she takes care of people like this where they got CPR and they got to stay in the hospital for numerous days. I called her up 2 to 3 hours before I filmed this video, and I was like, hey, can I ask you a question? She said, yeah, sure, go ahead. So I asked her, whenever somebody almost passes away and they have to get CPR, like what happened with Damar Hamlin, how long do you normally keep them even if they recover within a couple of days? And she told me at bare minimum, if you nearly pass away like Damar Hamlin did, you're staying in there for 14 to 21 days. 14 to 21 days. Why is that important? Because Damar Hamlin left the hospital. They cleared him after 7 days. Now, I don't know if some of you also found that fishy, but I thought that was way too fast. 7 days. Let me repeat that. 7 days after nearly passing away, and he's free to leave. I thought that was fishy myself, so that's why I made the phone call, and she said at bare minimum, you're staying for 14 to 21 days. She said normally, I can't remember how many days, but she said most people are staying for 20-something days. I'm sure the rules are different for every different hospital and every different state and every part in the country, but I feel like that would be normal practice for everyone else. To go on top of that, I want to bring this up. I may offend some people, and I don't mean to, but if it comes off that way, I do apologize. That's not my intent. I was watching the Bengals and Bills game live as I was working on a video. I can't remember exactly what day it was on, and I saw the injury happen live. I didn't see it on a replay or on Twitter. I saw it live. And my immediate reaction to it as I was watching it live and unfold, I was like, okay, this is a serious situation. I'm not trying to take anything away from that, but I think he'll be okay.